How good are we as physiotherapists in motivating the fellow physiotherapist and the patient? I hope this talk will motivate you to reinitiate the journey of self-motivation, fellow physiotherapist motivation and patient motivation. While interacting with many physiotherapists during my strategic management works, I came to know that most of the physiotherapists are afraid to motivate the patient. The reason is that if they fail to meet the expectation of a highly motivated patient, they may end up in trouble. So, should we motivate them or demotivate them? In one way, if we think, it is always better to bring down the expectations of a patient to below realistic goal or to a realistic goal, so as the patient will be happy once you reach the goal. But believe me, there is no such realistic goal in rehabilitation. It can be lower than your expectation or even higher than your expectation, sometimes even higher than the previous neuromuscular efficiency. It is always the will of the patient and the mercy of God. You might have heard about the story of Wilma Rudolph. Even after having polio, she went on and became the fastest woman in the world. Another thought is to say it depends, as if you don't have any specific idea about the course of treatment or the result of the treatment. This is also not good because it gives a negative impression to the patient that you don't have a clear-cut idea about this particular condition, and it may bring down the confidence level of the patient. So you need to give a clear picture to the patient about the treatment. So in whatever way we think, motivation is an inevitable part of physiotherapy treatment. But always remember, we are not God to give any kind of assurance. So how can we safely motivate a patient? I used to follow 4 rules. The first one, say you can instead of saying I assure. For example, a hemiplegia patient asks you whether he will be able to walk after the course of treatment. Instead of saying I assure that you can walk, you have to say you can walk. And always remember, giving any kind of assurance or asking any kind of assurance is illegal. Next rule, the second rule, is that you say it has to instead of saying it will. For example, a low backache patient comes to you and asks whether the pain will subside or not. That time, instead of saying it will, the pain will subside, instead of telling like that, you can say it has to subside if you follow all these exercises regime and follow all this undergo all this electrotherapy treatment. It has to subside because these treatments are scientifically proven treatment. And always remember to add one point that I will make a sincere effort and I will use all my professional skills in helping you accomplish that. The third rule, instead of you giving a particular percentage of recovery, ask what percentage do the patient expect and tell the patient that okay, fine, we will work towards it. And at this point also that I will use all my professional skills in helping you accomplish that. Then the fourth and very important rule, instead of telling your success stories of similar conditions, say the success stories of patients who got incredible results when they have submitted their conditions to the power of physics. Here what happens is there is a slight change in the story. Instead of you being the hero, you made patient the hero. So this will end up in miraculous results. Let your motivation stories be as beautiful as nature's rainbow story of reflection, refraction and dispersion.